Hello everyone, I'm Andrew and welcome back to our weekend edition of Taekwondo Step by Step. Let's begin our weekend edition with a love story. This is a very lovely story actually. There was once this farmer, a very big man actually, and his daughter fell very sick. She was so sick that he had to have one of his kidneys taken out and given to her. But the trouble was, he was very overweight. And so in 2 months, he had to lose 20 kilos so that his daughter could be saved. So what he did was every night he would exercise crazily. He was very careful of his diet and he worked really, really hard. And in 2 months he was able to lose 20 kilos. That's an awful lot of weight. But anyway, through that he was able to save his daughter. Isn't that a beautiful story? Anyway, let's begin today's lesson now as Master Lee takes us through a demonstration.
Alright, it's time to warm up with the patterns. We've almost come to the end of this 8th pattern, the last of the Taegeuk series. Even though it's difficult, just bear with me, everyone.
준비! 품새 태국 8장 하! 헐! 하이! 하! 하이! 하여! 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 하하!
Okay, these last 2 moves are the ones we'll be practicing for today. To make it easier for you, I'll do this facing you. Last time we left off from here, the 바탕손 몸통막기 in the 오른범서기. From here, we'll turn to our right and go through the wind-up for the kodureo-makki. Notice how the top of the left fist is facing up and the other fist top facing down. And twisting your waist for maximum effect, you do a powerful block. For the completed form, your right fist should be apart from your thigh by a fist's width, and your left fist set apart by about a hand's width, like this. Next, you kick the opponent. The opponent might have backed off to avoid that. So what you do is to follow up on another kick while jumping up, without setting the foot down. Okay, this is where we left off last time. To make it easier for you, I'll show it to you again, facing you this time. When we make believe that the opponent avoided the sequence of maneuvers following the block and the kick, you need to prepare for the move after this combination. As what we've learned, the opponent will likewise come in for the attack when you set your foot down, so it's important to make a block immediately like this. You all know 몸통막기, right? What you should remember is not to have the arm go too far out like this, or have the elbow slanted like this. The proper way is to have the blocking arm in front of your chest. Next, you do a consecutive punch like this to the sternum. That will inflict major damage on your opponent. From the previous position, you change your stance by pivoting on your right leg and going into the 오른뒤구비. As you go into this new stance, you wind up for the 손날막기. And next, if you take half a step forward and lean forward, you'll find yourself going into the ap-chagi stance, right? Going into this ap-chagi stance, you wind up for the elbow strike. You raise your fist from your waist and strike the target.
How was that, guys? You keeping up with everything? I hope so. It makes it so much easier when we revise everything that we did from all the beginning of the week, doesn't it? Now it's time for us to do what we did from the end of the week. Let's get into it right now.
Ha! Hayo! Hai! Hayo! Hayo!
Yes, the last sequence is what we'll be learning for today. From where we left off last time, the ap-chagi, let's make believe that the opponent avoided the attack, and you have to follow up on it. What you do is to lower the elbow and do a 둥주먹 ap-chagi on his face, the area right below his nose. At this instant, you should watch out not to make the mistake of overextending your fist like this, or tilting your wrist outward like this. Always have your wrist straight, and strike in this form on the lower part of the opponent's nose. The point here. Next, for the jirugi. Don't merely extend your fist like this. You should wind up using your waist to pack the extra power. It's time for pumse, or the patterns. It's the last day for the 8th pattern, and you'll have completed the Taegeuk forms in this series of patterns. We talked about pum and tan before. Pum refers to the belts that trainees under the age of 15 are required to wear, and tan, the belt those over 15 wear. So a tan level trainee wears a black belt, whereas the pum level wear the double colored belt with red and black. The classification is only used to differentiate the power and skillfulness of the two age groups, but they basically express the same level of training. Okay, now this is the last sequence in Taegeuk 8장.
준비! 봄시작 태극 8장. 하! 흐! 하여! 하! 하여! 하여! 하이! 하여! 하이! 하여! 하이! 하여! 하이! 하여! 하여! 하이! 하여! 하이! 하여! 하여! 하! 하여! 하이! 하여! 하여! 하이! 하이! 하여! 하이! 바로 쇼!
Okay, this was the last sequence in Taegeuk 8장. In our previous session, we left off from here. The 반대 jirugi in the Wen ap-chagi stance. The next forms are followed in a breakup of movements. You change your stance to the Wen dwitkubi while doing the 손날맞기, and then you complete the sequence with the 팔꿈치기 and the 둥주먹 ap-chagi. Next, you wind up for the punch and execute that. Next, you bring your left foot to the center and go into the 나란히 서기. At the same time, you take a deep breath in and go into the 준비서기. Of course, you let out 2/3 of your breath and concentrate the remainder at the center of your stomach.
You know, as citizens of any particular country, we have something special that we love about the place. We celebrate special seasons, we celebrate special occasions, etc. And it's because we love our country. And if we truly love our bodies, we will be in love with exercise, with eating well, with drinking lots of water, and all that sort of thing. So we hope that you fall in love with Taekwondo as a way of making you a healthy person. Anyway, it's the weekend time. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll catch you again next Monday. See ya.